9 o'clock every single day of the year. Jump on, we can talk about whatever you want. You type it out, we discuss it. There'll be several hundred people on here and we can have a conversation about almost anything you want. We build all this gear here, you see. We build it all in this building here in small town USA in Tennessee here. Human beings build all this. We don't import any of it. We use all US made goods, and we've been doing this. I started this company 35 years ago. Today, new stuff, we built 12 gauge micro rigs. I don't know why these are sticking up here like this. That's weird. I'm not sure what the fuck's going on there. 12 gauge micro rigs in gray, black. These are AKM4s, these are 308 micros, stacked micros, subgun micros, AKM4 micros. We do left hand, right hand. Got some mini packs, a few mini packs remaining. There's some cop rigs, M1 Grand rigs hiding back there. I do have some day packs up there. Multicam black tool bags are available, as well as a few other odds and ends here, color-wise. Anything you saw, we can go back and look at it. The new shirt for the week says, "Government is not the solution, government is the problem." We have those available. We just did OD black handle tool bags right there. I do have, where are the brown mans at? Here they are. Small run of brown mans. I don't know that we've ever made these brown man tool bags right there. We did some day pack side pouches. We've got some flat packs. Looks like we have some chub bags going. There's a few more covert bags. Those are still creeping out, a few at a time. These panels here, we do these horizontal and vertical. These hold our shotgun cards or ammo cards, anything that'll Velcro to them. We do them horizontal, vertical. We also do them with PALs, modular. Here's some more flat packs. Let's see what's on the floor out here. Mini pack side pouches are going, looks like on 2 stations here. Chub bags right here. Fupas of some sort over here. Mesh pockets. Looks like those chub bags are multicam black. Looks like those are going in multicam black. Byron Roberts, Tom Gartwaite, what's up? Kiri, how are you? When does the kickoff first timer version, when does this kick off? It's on right now. Tactical Redneck, hey, what's up, man? What's helping Nicole make bacon? What's helping Nicole make bacon? Good evening, John and the whole crew. Patrick, what's up? Off-grid Ping, Glenn Young, what's up? Twiggy Bones, Benjamin Brewer, Dean Mullis, Warlike, Philippe, Landfill, Hood Billy, Eagle 357, Isaac Barrett, and then there's Kiri at the very top. JT, Philippe, what's up? Yodakoma, Lego Master, hit the thumbs up. Josh, did you see that sales ad I sent you? Pretty crazy. Kevin Trimmer, Joseph Frazier, John Witherspoon, Chattanooga Prepper, hey, what's up? How's the shoulder? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Lifted a little bit yesterday, went to do side lateral fronts and fronts, and felt a little twinge in there, so stopped. Did some super light presses. Got shipping for Splatterprint, tool bag, nice. Mark Termel, what's up? How are you?
That was one of the first things I shipped.
First thing we shipped today, she said. Hey, there's cats in these fucking weeds up here. Chris Watkins, what's up?
Get out!
Spray bottle fixes that. XL Fupas in OD? No. You would have it if we had it in OD. Come on, you're asking something very specific. That means you have it on order already. I can ship you a Coyote. I can ship you a multicam. I can ship you a Woodland. Got shipping on new purple key fob. Yeah, I built that. It's nice. You have another order too, Kiri, but you asked for something very specific for the promo bag. You asked for a black one, and I don't have that. If we want a sub, we could ship it out. I don't even remember what the order is, though. The rig makes you look 35, not large. Enjoyed the trip to Antique. Right on, thanks. People don't, man. Those videos get no traction. Like we get nothing. Actually, putting those videos up's probably hurt our other videos. Want an idea for a power source in an emergency? It can power your water pump for your house and almost anything. Caleb, are you asking me for advice or are you asking me if I want to know what it is? Desperately need shotgun micro rig in Woodland. I don't have one. I don't have one. Send me an email. Tell me you want one. Not opposed to making some of those. Bought some biodegradable one-time use grills. Caleb, I'm not going to play fucking games with you. You might be the coolest motherfucker in the world. If you want to tell me something, just tell me. Tell us. What is it? What? Is that what you want to know? Please, Caleb, tell us. Is it Caleb or Caleb? Honda generator? I'm guessing that's not your answer. Shore power? 110? 220? Property already came down $250,000. When are we? Josh, we're talking to him right now. We're talking to him right now. My son will be 21 next month, so he can carry a pistol. He said he wants an SOE belt like I have. We can do that. Favorite brand of pistol? Whichever one you already emotionally are attached to. You get whatever you want. A bunch of mice on a wheel. Caleb, where'd you go, man? What's up? Shipping on hearing protection case, right on. Tundra service tomorrow, 35K. Yeah, I think I have 15,000 maybe on mine. William Penny, hey, what's up? Haven't seen you in a long time. Hope everything's great with you. Hey, I have stolen gun. I didn't steal. What should I do? Keep your fucking mouth shut. Tell more people on social media. Fucking not what you're doing. No good deed goes unpunished, man. Caleb Mays, hey, what's up, man? Head over Peels. I'll explain. Give me a minute to type it out. Right on. Why don't you just copy paste it? I do get whatever I want. I want to know what pistols do you... Glock, dude. Get a Glock. Glock, no. You're going to hear a ton of people tell you why you shouldn't have a Glock or that they like something else better. But you won't have anybody tell you that a Glock doesn't fucking work every single time. It's a hammer. It can be a fucking nice brand new hammer. It can be a fucking rusty ass worn out hammer. But they're going to dig that motherfucker up 200 years from now during the next Civil War after the alien invasion, and that thing's still going to work. Glock always fucking works every time. People like to fuck with things. That's why most people's shit don't work. You have about 5% of people that fuck with things that actually have the ability to make them run, right? There's all kinds of fucking cars out there with voided warranties because dudes did all kinds of shit to them. Most dudes can't make that shit run. They constantly take it to a fucking shop to have it fucked with. Nothing like buying something brand new and completely voiding the fucking warranty on it and have it not fucking work.
Fucking with it themselves.
Bought some fruit trees and my puppy ate the harvester peach bark off. Buy a Glock. Do not modify it. Yeah, it doesn't need modification. You want the new 49? I don't know what that is. So many of life's problems would work themselves out if you just keep your mouth shut. Yeah, always, always. Yeah. I don't know. There's probably a lot of circumstances that go with that situation. Go drop that motherfucker off. You should also probably know that Everywhere is under video. What's my opinion on revolvers? Buy a Glock. Buy a Glock. Buy a Glock. I don't give a shit if you got a revolver. The SEAL teams use stainless steel 6-inch 686s for a long fucking time. I'll bet they still have them in inventory. I get my shit to run, and I change everything on my pistol besides my CD. Good. You do you. That's the deal. You do you. Most people don't. Most people have brand new generators sitting in a box, never tried or tested, and have no idea that there's no fucking oil in the generator, nor is it in the box. Most people run a generator, they power it up, and then they turn that motherfucker off and leave it in the garage for a year or two, and then they're surprised when the carburetor's all fucked up because they left the fuel in it. Plastic shit sights are the only thing that needs changing on a Glock. G49 is a 19 frame, 17 barrel, right on. They used to chop 17s. I spent the last week working from the gun store in PA. The conversations you overhear will make you crazy. Yeah, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely they will. I'm sure your boy's got all kinds of good stories. Jacob's got a ton of them. The text was awesome tonight. I had to snag one of the OD black tool belt. Richard, they're nice. We got them right here. Right here, ready to go. Yours will probably ship in the morning. Many criminals go to prison because they can't keep their mouth. Yeah, always, man. Always. But I'm not like, I'm not saying that guy's a criminal. But I'm saying shit's fucked up, man. You got a lady just inherited a house, went to check out her fucking house, called the police because there's squatters in there, and they ended up arresting her. How many of those stories have you fucking heard when something completely went the opposite way of how it should have happened? Now I agree, don't change nothing for carry use, but people like me who shoot USPA, can I please see the multicam black covert? Looking at ordering. Cody, I don't have any. There aren't any. I don't even know if you can order it. The covert rig. We're about to build some. I built one last week to make sure the build sequencing was correct. So you already know what it looks like because I've showed it many times. If you order this, I know why you guys do this. Can I see this? Because you want to see if we have it. I don't have it. Even if you can order it, it ain't shipping. But if you don't order it, you'll never get one either. Why does a chat room where people have the ability to block other individuals need a chat room mommy monitor type to put people in touch? Steven, I don't know what you're talking about. Looks like a free forum, but now I see somebody with a... Oh, you're out of here. Fuck off. I'm not even reading your shit. Bye. Covert pack. Yeah, I don't have covert packs in multicam black either. I've got Woodland, and if you order it today, it ain't shipping today. It ain't shipping. I've got a bunch of dudes stacked up. If you want one, order it. If you have to have it shipped right away, don't order it. I worked high volume, and I know that sounds shitty, dude, but that's just the straightforward. Like if you know what the damn thing looks like. So I assume you're like, hey, can you show me this? Because you're concerned whether there's inventory or not. It is not shipping to you tomorrow or the next day or the next day. I have Woodland ones. I have a stack of Woodland ones. They are shipping. There is some disconnect as to the sternum strap on them. So my other dude cut a bunch of sternum straps today. That pile right there is ready to ship in Woodland. The multicam black ones are trickling out, but there's probably 50 dudes who have ordered them. Just ordered Fupa Dangler. Everything by a fucking Fupa Dangler now. One of the best pieces of gear I've purchased from John. Right on. Thank you. I'd like to have a beer with you. I don't drink beer. Any thought on Canic as a firearm? I got a buddy that worked for a company that brought a ton of them in. I know a bunch of people have Canics. I know TAC Response had them as rental guns. I've not heard any negative things about Canic other than it's a fucking big ass gun. Buy a Glock. If squatters move into a property you own, change your address on your driver's license and move in with them. Waiting only makes the product. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. Like, I don't care who buys it. It all fucking sells. It all sells. And for the 5-10% of dudes that'll take issue with the time, there's 90% more people that won't take any issue with it. Turkey, no thanks. What's up, Turkey? Is that where they come from? Listen, like back the squatters' right thing, right? When you involve law enforcement, you roll those dice as to whether it's going your way or not. We had a dude show up in front of my shop and came in and announced that he was going to be sleeping in front of our shop for a couple days. Like homeless guy, bum with a shopping cart. My boy Jared said, "No, the fuck you're not." Grabbed some pepper spray, walked outside, pepper sprayed all his shit, walked around the building, came inside the building. We closed up the building. We don't know what happened to him. We didn't pepper spray him. Allowed versus able. When you fucking, if we had brought the cops over, the cops would have told us some bullshit about why he could stay out front there. Just handle the shit yourself. Shoot, shovel, shut the fuck up. I'm not saying shoot somebody. I'm saying along those lines, handle the problem, remain silent, don't involve anyone else, and usually the problem goes away. How's your business volume? Is it up? It's both. Tom, more song and dance. We have a lot of new customers. And then all of our high-end customers are still ordering just as much. I think that the middle class has been downward class migrated. And I think that with the difficulties that are happening in the labor force and the availability of goods and services, I think out of frustration, a lot of people have left their jobs and started their own jobs and are now crawling back up, right? People that used to be middle class are actually now in charge of their own services, in charge of their own finances, rather than working 40 hours for somebody for a finite amount of money. When you work for yourself, you can work 80 hours a week or 120 hours a week. When you want something, you can work more and then purchase that thing. Guzman, what's up? Private property, exactly that, yeah. Is it safe to wear a Rolex around Camden? Yes. Yeah, most people won't even know what the fuck a Rolex is here, and if they see it, they'll think it's fake. I do not even have the fucking bandwidth for the "Are you gay" dipshits. He's banned. You're your own first responder. Yeah, it's not even that, man. Local Facebook groups every day. Somebody's like, "To the blue sedan that almost ran us off the road." Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What do you hope to get by that shit? Why don't you have a picture of the fucking license plate? Why don't you have a fucking video of it, right? To the person with the white dog that's on my property ripping my trash bags open, if you don't control your dog, I'm going to take... No, you're not. You're not going to take care of shit, you virtue signaling little cunt. If you were going to take care of it, you would have simply fucking handled it and the dog would be gone. Tiger stripe looks even... It does, man. It does. Let's take it off and look at it. All we need at the end was stay hard. Yeah. What is this right here going to be? Just handle your shit and don't involve anybody that's not fucking involved. When you call the police, whether you're in the right or wrong, you have a fucking good chance of becoming the victim of the police. And then if you call the police and you're in the right and they file a report and something happens to the other party, even if it wasn't you, you were the primary suspect. Yeah, the tiger stripe's pretty badass. If a homeless person shows up here, the first question is, how did you get here? No, no. If the homeless person shows up there, you don't have to feed the pigs for a couple of days. Swearing is caring. Do not swear. Hey, yourself, whoever the fuck that is, you can go anywhere on the internet. You fucking little victim. My authenticity is greater than your sensitivity. You were like the little gazelle at the watering hole, pissing all over itself while drinking muddy water, hoping something doesn't pounce on you. Do not worry about my fucking language. Take your little Dick Skinner sausage finger and fucking scroll up or down. You got here somehow. Leave here somehow. Wear my belt. I don't fucking know where your belt is, Matthew Brock. I miss the old shop emails. Yeah, we're gonna bring some of that shit back. The guy sounds, yes, highly gay, highly gay. You are completely calibrated to determine gayness. Listen, I'm not over at the truck stop slapping cocks out of your mouth while you do your job. Don't come in here and worry about how I do my job. Move the fuck along. Old neighbor hit my truck. I had insurance. Short story. No cops. 1,000 in my pocket. 0. Yep. Pry my eyes open and pee in them. Law officers have sold out. A lot of them have, man. How were they able to just do the last 3 years of bullshit? How are they able to do the shit that's happening in the cities right now? I was just doing my job, right? Maybe some of it was by design. Hey, you're going to have to take this thing. Hey, we're not going to take this thing. You can fuck off. Hey, you're going to have to leave the police force, right? Who was most likely not to take the thing? Also, the people who were willing to uphold the oath and follow the Constitution. Who filled the void? The yes men. I was just doing my job. I remember we did time in D Block. I've never been to Seattle. I don't suck dicks. I've never been in Seattle. How's my estrogen regimen? My estrogen is actually too low. My doctors say my estrogen is actually too low. Estrogen is good for prostate, heart. It's actually good for a lot of things. My estrogen is too low and my test is very, very fucking high. I went downstairs with a belt in brass knuckles, took names, beat ass, went back upstairs, waited for the cops, played dumb. Yeah, man, just fucking handle it. Stop hating SOEs. They have no idea. They have no fucking clue. Jose, man, what's up, buddy? I was doing my job. Felt I heard this before by dudes in brown shirts. Yeah. What if those guys weren't the bad guys that you've been led to believe? What if the United States and all of the other people who then went against Germany were actually complacent with it and actually knew what was going on, and then, like most places, they turned their back on them? What if the Germans were not actually what you've been led to believe? What's the real reason Boeing's doors? Oh, who fucking knows, man? Who knows? DEI? Fuck, I'm sure there's multiple reasons. I mean, fucking roll the dice. Power lines is gone. Fuck, man, they're enforced tonight. That's good. That means the numbers will be high. We only had 15,000 on last night. Crisis of competence. I think there's a lot to it, man. I think it's fucking everything we think it is.
Get down, you motherfuckers.
Are we the baddies? Lock them up. Not tightening bolt. Yeah, sabotage. Hiring. I mean, you have people who are completely incompetent. This is the not hiring the best person for the job, but hiring them over some nonsense, right? What was it before it was gender equality and shit? What was that last round where they would hire people based on color? I can't even remember what the fuck it was called. My business has never been big enough that I've had to deal with any of that shit. Where are we out of? We're out of Tennessee, man. Bunch of kooks in here. That's good. It's good for numbers, man. There's 214 on here. There was 300 a minute ago. Affirmative action. That's it. Affirmative action. They spent a lot of time hiring people that were not the best person for the job. Do you want the person they had to hire that's doing your heart surgery, or do you want the best fucking heart surgeon? My free test levels, I'm 50 and 1500. Actually, I'm 45 and 1500. But they're actually, LabCorp's changing the 1500. They're actually going to number it up to 1850. So I don't know where I sit in 1850. Happened to cross your stream a few times. Chris Benson, you don't realize that you actually watch a lot of my content. I've got 5 video series and 2 video podcasts that I do every week. I've got 5,000 videos here on YouTube. And I have a ton of shorts that go super viral. I've got shorts with 10,000 interactions and 10 million views. Actually, I have dozens of shorts like that. And you've watched them. You just don't realize that it's me. And because you've interacted with it, YouTube is doing something called vertical integration. When you have interacted with a short and the person doing the short happens to be live, they are pushing it into your short form feed. Yes or no? You were just watching shorts and this came into your feed. That's why you're seeing me live. Need to open the gym for member. No, fuck no. Then I have to deal with dipshits. I know where all my weights are and all my numbers are faced properly. My friends are welcome to come work out. Any of my employees are welcome to come work out. But I don't do shit with the public. I don't even want to deal with fucking customers walking in here. You see some of those newer Solomon shoes look nice, but they are pretty expensive. I was looking on their site today. I wish they had the wide sizes. What's expensive? How much are they? I'm always confused if you're the long-haired guy or I'm the bald guy. I'm the bald guy. I'm the bald dude. Thoughts on 1911? Fuck, I don't know. You tell me. You're asking about some shit that nobody fucking wants. If you want it, fucking buy it, man. You should have every fucking 1911 in every caliber you want. You should get a chrome-plated 38 Super 1911. You should get some boots with giant fucking cobras on them. You should probably get a fucking gold grill. Like, get whatever you want, man. We used to call those transvestites. Yeah, exactly. We still do call them trannies. Some are 250 or up. Wow. I usually buy S-Labs. When you go from a traditional shoe to a Solomon shoe, you remember how light it felt when you put it on? The S-Labs are even half that much lighter again. But they are softer rubber compound and they wear out very quickly. I see hair up there. Yeah. I cut it down. By we, I mean my wife. We shave it. She shaves it with a number 1 or even a 0. Put your hips out. You're out of here, dipshit. I have no time for any bullshit. So if you're joking, there's a good chance you'll never fucking comment here. I'm bald, right on. How long did you fight for? I don't fucking fight for Israel. I don't give 2 shits about Israel. I don't give a fuck about Palestine. I don't give 2 shits about Ukraine. I fucking care about the fucking United States right here. I think that all of those other things are just our fucking corrupt politicians stealing fucking money. And if we'd stay the fuck out of this situation, these situations wouldn't happen. Israel would have pushed fucking Palestine into the fucking ocean already if the United States hadn't got involved. I'm for the fucking United States. And if I'm standing on it, it's the fucking United States. Buffalo, New York. I feel sorry for you. Get the fuck out of New York while you can. John, I have questions. 5-mag rifle card. I just received it. And I want to cut it down to a 3 and a 2. You can't. You're fucked. You should have ordered a 3 and a 2. And you didn't order a 5-mag rifle card. Did you say rifle card? 5-mag. I don't make a 5-mag. You ordered a 4-mag rifle card or a 5-mag pistol card. Unfortunately, when you cut one, you're going to lose one of those. To make it a 3, you're going to cut into number 4, and you're going to lose number 4. You could cut it super close and then stitch it with something, like by hand. America under a severe threat, must focus. Yeah, worry about home. Am I voting? Yeah, yes, yes, I'm voting for Kamala Harris, yes. That's what I'm doing. Are you trying to get fuck? I just said I have no time for fucking jokes here. Old Joe Taliban died and forgot to lay down. I don't think it's the same guy. You take any protein shake? No, I eat fucking ribeyes. I had ribeye for breakfast. I'll probably have ribeye when I get off of here. No, I don't. I don't take protein powder. I just eat meat, man. 5-minute pistol card. Yeah, I gave you your answer. A 5,800-pound battery fell from the International Space System station today and impacted in Germany. How did it fall from the? How did a battery in orbit in space hit the Earth? How does that work? They also ruled recently that convicted criminals can actually not be removed of their constitutional rights. No, what they removed, I thought what they said was they cannot prohibit illegal aliens from owning firearms. They have a Second Amendment right also. Hi, HI, hey, fuck off. Fuck off, participate in this conversation right here. No, the Constitution does not apply to just Americans. It is a document that is recognition of self. Okay. Meat in general. Yeah, but I like ribeye, man. I think that all other steak is fucking tough and dry. I can cook ribeye on a pan, a cast iron pan with butter, and I'll have it at about 400 degrees. I'll put it on one side for 1 minute, I'll put it on the other side for 1 minute, and then it's ready to go. When I do that with any other type of steak, like I couldn't get ribeye last night, so I got T-bones, and they're not nearly as good as the ribeye. The fat content in the ribeye, that's me personally. You guys eat whatever you want to eat. The battery must have fallen for a year or two, got it. Well, I'm glad it didn't hit us. 90 seconds each side, right on. Yeah, ribeye, filet, yeah, filet's okay, but it doesn't have the flavor that the ribeye has. I'm gonna go with a ribeye anywhere where I can get a ribeye. I went to a shop of oddities in Aurora, Illinois, stuffed animals and medical oddities. First thought was you would shop here. Did you get anything, Tom? What was the coolest thing they had? I wonder if that tool bag that ISS lost is orbiting Earth. I've been using some of the Ungovernable Project beef towel. Yeah, well, it's pretty good, isn't it? I would love to see that. Bang, bang. AK and Glock guy, grass-fed ribeye for the win. Yeah, any ribeye other than like fucking Walmart ribeye. Grilled salmon, cool. New York strip, cool. What's ribeye when you cut it up? Is that ribeye? Is that New York strip? Strip steak. What kind of rights and benefits do Americans get in Mexico? Katanica shorts were dope. I would love to see Katanica jacket SOE collab. Tell them. Reach out to Leonard. Ribeye has the best. I agree. We had a Palestine protest at a Boeing plant, stopping workers. Have you seen all the plants that Tyson's closing down? Fired 1,200 Americans and 1,800 Americans, and said their intention is to hire 72,000 illegal aliens. I think tomahawk steaks are overrated. It's a bigger steak, man. It's a much thicker cut. You want to buy tomahawks, man? Costco and Sam's Club always have tomahawks because they cost a little bit more. So they always have them there. Depending where I'm going, if I'm going to eat and go home, I always get a tomahawk. But if I'm going to be, like we go to Memphis to Capitol Grill, and I don't get a tomahawk there because we're typically not going home for, the rest of the day. And it's way too much to eat. I like to eat, when I order food, I always ask for a bigger table because I'm going to order 2 or 3 main dishes, and I'm going to have a dessert, and I'm going to have a couple of sides, and I'm usually going to have a drink or 2. Like, we're going to be there for a little bit eating. Heard no more geocrafting in Tennessee. What is geocrafting? Support your local butcher. Yep. The problem with supporting my local butcher is that I impulsively buy things and I never pull them out of the freezer. I don't unfreeze meat. I have freezers full of cows. And we chamber vacuum seal all that, so that meat's good for, a year or 2 years. Have you ever used duck fat? I've not. I know all about it because I listen to Spearco, but I have not. New York strip's your favorite, right? Yeah, you guys buy whatever you want. Literally, whatever you want. I want you to have whatever that is you want. Any farmers coming to SOE? Yeah, always. To buy meat from, I don't know about that. My buddy BJ, who owns the butcher shop here in town, Buckaroo, he's here all the time. Bluefin Toro at sushi place you go to, it's my favorite. Yeah, we go to a place in Nashville, and the only tuna they have is Toro. Bone-in tomahawk's better. Yeah, Chicago bone-in ribeye is always better, especially with the fat. Like you want that fat, and that bone in there is definitely better. Local mechanic trade repairs for produce, nice. Homestead, what's up, buddy? Ever dump butter on your food? Yeah, always. I cook in butter. I use a half of stick of butter in a cast iron pan when I do ribeye. When I plate the ribeye, I take that butter out of the pan and dump it over the steak. Leave for work at 1:30. Have a good night, Yotacoma. We'll see you soon, man. Yeah, butter. Butter is the best. Let me wipe this off. It seems like there's a fingerprint on here. Do I eat bone marrow or organ? Yeah, I absolutely will if it's on the menu. Do I prepare it? I do not. McDonald's can barely afford making $100,000. Yeah, McDonald's is not the dollar menu anymore, is it? Do a cook kitchen show in that? I have people that cook for me. I need to hire a chef, like a legit chef. Lodge cast iron. Yeah, there's better cast iron than Lodge for sure. There's different levels of Lodge also. But yeah, I have some Lodge stuff. Lodge makes a line of pans that weighs half as much as their normal shit. Why do McDonald's burgers suck? Because there's no meat in them. You need to look at fast food as though it's poison. Like, you need to be aware of that. What you are eating is chemical laden. There are multiple ingredients in there. If you take a McDonald's Big Mac and lay it outside, bugs won't even eat it. Leave that motherfucker in your car and go check on it every 30 days. In a year, it'll look just like it did the day you bought it. Any experience with a freeze-dried meat for long-term food storage? Seen a few. Yeah, we freeze-dry our own Nighthawk. I have a lot of Mountain House in number 10 cans. I have Provident Pantry in number 10 cans. I have whatever brand Emergency Essentials used to sell in number 10 cans. Nowadays, we do our own. We have a freeze dryer right here, and we run our own. McDonald's uses beef seasoning. Yeah, you'd be hard pressed to find out what's even in McDonald's. The ice cream machine at McDonald's isn't broken. Oh, there's a great, no, it actually is broken. There is a great video on why the McDonald's machine doesn't work. And what it comes down to is the code is not the normal. So the machine that McDonald's has is the same machine that Wendy's and Burger King and all the other places have. But the owner of McDonald's did a deal with the owner of the ice cream machine, and the codes can't be interpreted for the one from McDonald's. So you have to call a tech, and the tech has a like $2,000 to show up. There's a bunch of nonsense. There's a dude that does great YouTube videos. And there's a whole thing on that ice cream machine. Josh, do you remember whose channel that is? Nicole, what's up? Had McDonald's hamburger at work for 5 years. Nothing would eat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It is not fucking food. Tiger Strike camo is the butter of camo. Rhodesian camo is the beef tallow. Cook raw beef, chicken, pork, fish. Yeah, one ingredient. One ingredient. Your dog will eat it. Yeah, your dog will eat it, but your dog will actually eat fucking shit off the ground. Your dog will eat other dog shit. It'll eat dead possums. Would you ever make your own SOE camo? We've talked about it. No, I do not plan to make my own SOE camo. It's a very big commitment. And the way things are right now, just getting normal patterns, no, I don't intend to run our own. Bacon curing, nice. There was a recent study that eating a large McDonald's fry is the same as smoking a whole pack of cigarettes. You probably get healthier effects from the cigarettes. Some owners hack their machines to self-repair. You went to the antique store today. You went to the antique store today. I always like to look for really good old cast iron. I think you meant I went to the... they don't make them like they... No, they don't. They do not make them like they used to. Top 3 camos? Are you asking what my personal preference is, or are you asking what sells the best? Kirby, we have the artwork for Combat Cock camo. We looked at doing it a few years ago. It's a $10,000 run for each variant. I mean, 10,000 yards. And at 10,000 yards, we were looking at $13 a yard back then. I like multicam black, but it's not functional. Multicam is probably the best all-around camo. You make your own dog food with ground turkey, grated carrot, rice, and eggs. I make my own dog food too, with rabbits or chickens. Kinetic, share the radios and proportion. I don't know what you're saying there. Multicam black looks the same as black under night vision. Pretty neat piece of Strider history, I thought. I don't know what we're talking about there. Do you know you can feed a pond with ground up bones? What? You can feed a pond with ground up bones. McDonald's is a real estate company. Yes, they are the second largest real estate company next to the Catholic Church. Camo to look cool is not necessarily fun. I just fucking said that. Didn't I just say that? I wonder if the McDonald's fries are equivalent to whole log of Copenhagen. Just curious, do you still have the badass? Yeah, I have all of my shit. Every bit of it. Can you get Sitka camo? I've never seen it in Cordura. Have you? Have you ever seen anything made out of Cordura with it? Why are we putting bone meal in ponds? Catfish, maybe? I don't know. I would suspect he meant something else. Greetings from Catskill Mountains. What's up? Just ate number 3 LG McDonald's and always get congestion. Yes, why? Stop doing that. Why are you doing that? If you see someone ordering sewing supplies off your Amazon link, that's me. Well, thank you, man. Hardway. What he's talking about is if you click on any of the Amazon links in the description of my video, it downloads a cookie. Anything you buy off Amazon in the next 24 hours, it gives me a percentage of your order. That is a way you can help support content creators who you like dealing with or you spend time every evening with, and you're using Amazon anyways. If you click on one of my links or one of their links, it gives us a percentage of that order. We see what is ordered. We do not know who ordered it, so there's no, you don't have to be embarrassed by that. BDUs don't. Kirkland Red, hey, fuck off. Participate in the conversation here. Are you just typing shit out that's the opposite of what fucking everybody's saying? Buy whatever you want, man. You don't like BDUs? Don't buy BDUs. You like BDUs? Buy BDUs. I've never seen you here before. Participate in this conversation. Or go better yet, start your own YouTube page, man. Do a video every night and then tell people what you think. I wake up at 4 a.m., work out, then I sleep again, 5:37. How's that work for you? Man, if I fucking worked out, like if I worked out right now, I'm not going to be able, I'll get in bed at 11:30, but I'll toss and turn. I will not sleep until 2 or 3. Aaron Myers, what's up, buddy? How do you sleep? Are you asking him how he sleeps? At least half of it meat and just enough rice to absorb the juice. I don't know what we're talking about there. Lots of Chester. Yeah, we've been making a ton of shit. Sleep like shit after an evening work. Yeah, completely. Beautiful gear made here in the, yeah, it's made right, not only is it made here in the U.S., it's made right here in this building. Why you never got into BCDs seems like it would be the same field. I don't even know what BCDs is, June. Elmer, what's up, bud? SOE Strider Challenge coin. I probably have some. Chris, Party of 5, what's up? Melatonin 20 milligram gummies, easy, 6 hours of sleep, no tossing, good. Oh, scuba gear? The real answer is I don't fucking have to. We can't build enough of what we build. Like this rig right here, I get $1,000 for this rig right here. If I open this up tonight, we'll sell 100 of these. Like, no fucking doubt. If I open this website up and populate the website and let you guys order any color you want, I'll sell 100 of these things. We don't have to make scuba gear. We did some scuba gear. We did some tech diving stuff. We built some stuff kind of similar to Zeagle. I made some bags like stall sacks. But it's just not what we do. I want to raise rabbits for meat, but they are too cute for me to want to kill, so I'll stay with chickens. All right. Where are the Chinese ladies? I take a cold shower after my workout. Helps me cool down and show that's how I sleep. Got it. Right on. If I am tired here on a sewing machine, and I get up and walk around for a minute and I'm still tired, I go take a cold shower and it wakes me right up. Are you a primal sigma? I don't know what you guys, I'm 52. You got to fucking speak my language. I don't know what a primal sigma is. I realize you watched some podcasts and somebody said primal sigma. Giant rabbits have more meat. No, they don't. The giant rabbits have a much larger bone structure. You're talking about Flemish giants. While an adult, you will get pound for pound a little more meat off of a Flemish giant, it takes way fucking more pound per pound of food input to conversion of meat to do Flemish giants. The bone structure is big, the grow out takes a lot longer, and if you took and went pound for pound of California's, New Zealand's, or Cal New Zealand crosses, or that the Timooks or whatever, that Texas A&M breed, and you put them against Flemish Giants, you're gonna spend 50% more per pound, if not 100% more per pound for the Flemish Giants. The Flemish Giants are cool rabbits. They're fucking enormous. But if you're doing it for feed, you're gonna feed those fucking rabbits a whole lot more. Primal Sigma is the grind set mindset. I don't know, buddy. I don't know what it is. What do you do with employees who do excellent work but are slow? Pay them less. That's the answer. Fucking, you don't get a raise here because you showed up consistently. You get a raise here when you do better. And when we give a raise, we have a conversation that this is your new level. If you revert back to prior, you will also get a lowering. There is not a, you don't get extra pay because you just do the same shit. You get extra pay when you do extra shit, and that is the new normal. Oh man, you got him before I got him, Amanda. You got knocked the fuck out. 14-year-old daughter said primal male means badass. Cool. Then you should be proud of her. I'm sure she will not get a fucking weak little spindly boyfriend. Don't Amish people raise deer? Oh, I don't know about that. Your shoulder back to where you can sew. Oh yeah, I've been sewing for weeks. Yeah, I worked out yesterday. Safest way to store gasoline. How much gasoline are we talking? 5 gallons? I wouldn't worry about it too much. More importantly than safe is how do you store it without it off gassing. If you smell the gasoline, you're losing the lightweight volatiles, and that is the explosive part of the gasoline. NATO metal jerry cans. They do not off gas. If you walk in this garage and you smell gas, you are losing the vapor, and that is the important part. Typically, if you have it in a plastic can, you are going to smell gasoline. Metal gas cans right here, there's 88 of them on this pallet right here. You want NATO military gas cans. I carry them upside down, sideways, inside SUVs, on roof racks. Never had problems with them. Amish don't raise deer, but they feed and peach them 24/7 all year long. That's exactly what it should be. Nowadays, someone works hard to get a raise, and then they stop. Yeah. No, I can't do a handstand push-up. Federal government, Peter Principle policy. Newest, most expensive rig right now, the LBV, the Rallyman. Issues House Article 15s. Like I have conversation. Like I had a lady that's been working for us for a couple weeks now, and I said, "Hey, didn't you come in years and years ago and talk about you came in and sewed for us, and then we didn't ever see you again? Weren't you in the National Guard?" And she goes, "No, I never came in," because she looks like somebody who I think it was her actually. And I said, "Weren't you in the National Guard?" She goes, "No, I wish." I go, "Why do you wish you were in the National Guard?" She goes, "They make a lot of money." So when she came back in from break, I said, "Hey, what's a lot of money?" And she goes, "Well, I just think they make a lot of money." I go, "Well, what is a lot of money to you?" I go, "What's the most you've ever made at a job?" And she said 17 an hour. Because I was just curious, having a conversation. Because I wanted to, depending on how the conversation went, that leads to, here are the ways you can make more money. But we didn't ever get to that point. We're just not there. She's not doing anything that justifies more than we're paying her currently. But she's not far from making $17 an hour right now. But she's not producing. She's still kind of learning to sew. The fastest thing she does is go to break every day. She's the last one here. She's one of the first to leave. And typically, not always, but typically, those are just kind of bare minimum people. And it sucks for them, I guess, because we have a lot of very high performers. Yeah, we painted the FTP because I was actually going to put it back on here. Because we were filming against here for a couple months, we were using this where we would stand and do video. Is that a camo ladder? Oh yeah, it is. This is one of the first things I bought when I moved to town. It was the only ladder they had at the hardware shop. It's fiberglass. I remember you post on YouTube, you had pallets of the badass red gas cans, and they were all sold out in an hour. Yeah, oh yeah. Every time we brought them in, they were sold out. It's such a hassle to ship them that we're going to sell them at SRF. Cash, bring cash if you want them. I don't care if I sell them. I will fill them all up with gasoline. But yeah, we used to bring semi-truckload. We'd buy half of a semi-truckload. We would put them online, and it took us longer to ship them than to sell them. We would sell out of, they were 88 per pallet, and we would have 8 pallets come in, and we'd sell them out in an hour. Got shipping on your subgun? Yeah, we shipped a few of them today. Free the paint. I remember you post on YouTube. I once got a raise because I just stuck around 6 months while 2 dudes didn't last 2 weeks. Yeah, but that's not ever a job where the boss is there. The owner's never present. That is a human resources department kind of deal, and they have paid you, and you have these scheduled raises. The people who give the money away, it's never their money in a company like that. Do I still do blade show? I do not. Medical procedures I perform, pick lines. I do them by the book while others are cutting corners, potentially putting lives at risk, but they get all of the work. How would you tell your boss paid per case? I don't know. I don't know what your situation is. 1,200 every 2 weeks, up 5 a.m., around 5 p.m., call it 12-hour day, 5 days a week, but on call 24/7 does not compute as a lot of money. Oh, you're talking about National Guard? I think people just don't know. I just think they don't know. A lot of jobs where 20% of people do, oh, that's every job. 20% of the people do 80% of the work, every fucking where. Everywhere. If you want to know where your position is in the company, go see if it's okay to take a week off. A lot of people have no fucking concept of what their position is. A lot of people, like, we'll have people come in that are media. I heard a couple weeks ago, a month ago, something that really has stuck with me and made sense. The difference between a very big company and a very small company is the ability to tolerate mediocrity. Because we'll hire, 5, 6 girls, and in a short amount of time, the grumbling is that this person does little, right? And I point out, I go, okay, we can cut these 4 people out of here. And I'm usually having a conversation with 2 or 3 people. We can cut these people out of here, but these 4 people equal 2 real people. And everything they do is something you don't have to do. And typically when the grumbling happens because they have fucked something up, it's because the person in charge of them has tasked them with something that they know they can't do. We've identified the things they can do, so why don't you just consistently feed them the things they can do, which frees you up to do the more important shit. But it's usually mismanagement, or they don't want to have to oversee them any longer, so it's easier to just get rid of them. So you have to manage your management at the same time. Is that a gym or Hollywood backlot? I don't know what a Hollywood backlot is. Yeah, fast food is dangerous. I think grocery store food is dangerous now. There are a ton of items which you guys have grown up, iconic items that you've eaten as a child. And if you look at them today, they have a lot of different ingredients in them that you can't even pronounce. And they don't say cricket protein, mealworm protein. They have code words. And when you look that up, they are bug protein. There's all kinds of shit in. Like, where do you grow monosodium glutamate? Can you take me out in my garden and show me where that grows at? There's a ton of shit that should be 1 or 2 ingredient food, and it is now 10 ingredient food. A lot of people with gluten allergies don't have gluten allergies. You're allergic to folic acid. Yeah, natural flavor. Yeah, look up what natural flavor is. 3-year tour, U.S. Army, total income. Does that say 15,000? Cricket protein will tear up your yeah, and nano. I mean, do you think maybe they've put some other shit in there? So they're trying to pass a bill in Tennessee right now that they have to disclose how much and what of vaccination is in produce. And people are up in arms over this. And it's really a good thing, right? Because what they are doing is they are forcing the industry to admit that they are already vaccinating these produces. Lettuce has mRNA vaccination in it. Right now, in the fucking grocery store, what the bill does is it makes them label how much is in there. And they're doing it under the guise of a 100-pound person versus a 300-pound person. The dose could be more deadly for the small person or not enough for the large. But what it's forcing them to do is admit that they're doing it. I found an African grocery store with the nicest staff in the city, good, plain, simple. Yeah, our health food store here is an African dude. Super weird question. Do you think America will ever break out into a civil war? What do you think will? I think you're going to know within the next, within this year. What makes you think we're not in a civil war? Right? When did the Civil War that we all call the Civil War? When did that start? Was it Fort Sumter, or was it the 3 years that Americans were killing Americans, which was known as Bloody Kansas? Right? Did you not just have Americans killing Americans? Do you not have a lot of turmoil in the United States that has been orchestrated by your corrupt politicians? And you have, like, every single day right now you hear of rapes and murders. They just let a dude go who killed a 10-year police officer, killed him, dead, and they let him go. And the judge said that he was concerned that the culprit didn't communicate in the language and was not mentally fit to stand trial. Now, I'm sure there's probably more to it than that, but that's what I heard. That's the piece that stuck out to me. 1820, it took 40 years for Civil War to go kinetic. What the hell just got on? What was that about putting the mRNA in the food? Jennifer, check out the Tennessee bill. There's a bunch of states trying to push bills right now that they have to disclose the amount of vaccination that is in produce. Their mRNA in lettuce, for instance, they want to force them to say what vaccination and how much is in the lettuce. Now, a lot of people are up in arms over that, but really it's a good thing. It is forcing them to admit that they are actually doing it and actually put a label on the products which have it. It's already happening. Welcome, Zoomer. There's a thing going around, cyancobaline in energy drinks, vitamin B12 allegedly is pronounced via produced biofermentation water treatment facilities. Would that surprise you at all? That they found some way to sell you a byproduct? Do you know what fluoride came from? Do you know the fluoride in water doesn't fucking do shit for your teeth in water? Nothing. It does nothing for your teeth. Do you know it causes all kinds of fucking brain problems? Heirloom seeds are more valuable than gold. Fuck yes, they are. Thanks for the welcome. Also, hell no, they better put shit B12 in my beloved energy drink. You guys know, so you need to look up cyanide vitamin B. A lot of vitamin B that people take thinking that it's good for them actually comes from a process of cyanide. Aluminum plant chimney, that's right. The United States and China are the only places that fluoridate their water. They used to export it and put it on islands. Super, super, super fucking deadly to you. When people deal with fluoride, they have to wear hazmat suits. Fluoride, just the amount of fluoride in a BB, just the toothpaste, the amount of fluoride in toothpaste, the amount of like an eraser is deadly. Like it has look at your toothpaste. Your normal on the shelf toothpaste has the poison center number on it. Take a little bit of toothpaste, feed it to your dog, and see what happens. During Civil War, how did side get on the correct side, and could that even be done? No, it's going to be neighbor against neighbor. You want to know what the sides are going to be? Were you in the grocery store not wearing a mask, and you saw people rush up to you and fucking say how you were imposing on them and you were going to get them sick? Do you think they really believed that? Don't you think if they thought you were contaminated or contagious, they would actually try to avoid you? Remember all the nonsense with the arrows in the grocery store? That's going to be your Civil War. The Goonie birds out in public with their fucking shirts that don't fit, and they dress themselves in the dark, and they've got all kinds of mix-match clothes. They look completely disheveled. The boyfriend, girlfriend look like they're actually inbred brother and sister. Your crazy blue hairs, your fucking wackadoos that are in the stores right now still wearing masks. That's who's going to be fucking lighting your car on fire. That's who's going to be throwing Molotov cocktails in your fucking house. All those videos of the Biden supporters, all the liberals going nuts over Trump signs and vandalizing people's houses and breaking windows and starting fires. That's your opposition right there. You know where none of that shit happened? You know where we don't have that? We don't have that in this town. We don't have it here. People spray Lysol on their body. Good. Absolutely. Let them do it. Stop fucking being upset when wackos want to mutilate their children. Let them. Who cares what they're doing to their children? They're not your children. Let them do whatever the fuck they're doing to their children. All that means is that in the future, they have removed their fucking family names from the gene pool. Your children will not have to deal with them in the future. Let them fucking do whatever the fuck they're going to do to their family. Blue-haired wackadoo reporting for duty, sir. Yeah, I know. You know what I mean. You know exactly what I fucking mean. Fluoride in water is called hydrofluorosilicic acid. It is a byproduct from the manufacture of aluminum. Yes. Look up the history of fluoride. It was a scientist that worked for Alcoa that put that forth. LA, any big city, big rep on how many places will react when shit hits. These motherfuckers that don't talk to... Well, I mean, yeah, just look when the power goes out in a major city. Just look at when people go nuts in a major city when the power goes out. Or people fucking... Targets of opportunity when the power goes out, crime always goes up. Hugely. Crime went down when video game consoles came out. The FBI was keeping statistics in Los Angeles, Chicago, all the major cities where you had... gang issues. When the game consoles came out, crime plummeted. They won't have to deal with the literal liberal kids, but they'll have to deal with Haji kids. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's not happening here. We have homeless people all over at the interstate here. They've put up signs that say, don't throw your shit in the toilet, right? They have, little picture signs. Yes, Joshua, we see your many replies. Taft. Joshua Taft, can you guys see my reply? Yeah, I don't see anything else though. Am I banned? No. I live in a small town 4 minutes away, Paradise in town, nutty. Mob mentality. Yeah, we see you. We will be back to wagon trains. Just get out of the city. Get out of the city. I don't have codes or zoning. I don't ask permission to do shit. We just bought, I think I bought, what did I buy? 18 trees this weekend. We planted 100 this last year. More. People going ape shit over this eclipse. Yeah. I mean, maybe you want to take, what does it hurt to fucking store some water and have some food stored up? What does it hurt that if this eclipse knocks the power out, that you put forth a little effort to be prepared for power outage, right? Aren't you already? Most people aren't. Aren't you already? Aren't all your battery packs charged up? Don't you have a bag full of battery packs and such? Don't you have inverters and solar panels already? Like, aren't you already ready for that? Most people aren't. So what would it hurt to take the next few days to fill up some empty containers and top them off with water in case your water goes out? How you feel about states that feel so strongly over these subs being far apart versus I don't know what you're asking me, these subs. I don't know what you mean. Are you going to do any videos dissing the customer complaints? Occasionally I'm going to, but I'm usually so busy that I just don't have time to do it. Like tomorrow, I'm going to have guys here. We're going to do 2 podcasts. We're going to do Patreon Q&A. We're going to do Pulling the Thread podcast. We're probably going to shoot a sewing video. We're probably going to do a gear locker video of some type. Like, we're going to shoot content for a solid 10 hours. And then there's a building I want to go look at. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it's possible that even comes in there sometime. I don't have time to do shit that doesn't make money right now. Live in Florida, but have land in Tennessee. Recognize you're in one of the best states. Yeah. Even when we're in a drought, we have water. Liberal subs. I still don't know what you're talking about, Omar. Liberal subscribers? Subs. I don't know what you mean by subs. So it's not relevant to me. It doesn't matter. I live in the middle of nowhere. Even if you got to my exit off the interstate, it takes you 40 minutes almost to drive here. And we could easily keep you from getting here in a vehicle. And it wouldn't even be me. I wouldn't even have to do it. Other people will just do it when the time comes. Bought an older white label Mookie on Marketplace. Made me curious. When did you switch from webbing to Velcro in the admin pocket and why? There was never webbing. You mean elastic? Because you're super limited as to what you can put in there, and you have to conform to those slots inside. We put Velcro in there because that allows people who, at this point, almost everybody who has my product line already has these cards, and it allows you to put whatever you want in there. I've got rifle cards from 2 to 4, and I've got pistol mag cards from single up to 5, and that way you can put whatever you want in there. And then I've also got battery cards, which hold Kim lights, which will also hold pens and pencils and China markers. And then if you need something even smaller, I have rifle cards for smaller items. By putting the Velcro in there, the user can lay that out however they want it to be not how those end users back in the day wanted that to be. Like, we're about to do Mookie war rigs. I put one online so a dude could order one, and we're about to run some of those. We didn't run them today because I need to rewrite the cut list, because we're not putting the elastic slots inside there. We're putting Velcro inside there so that the end user can put whatever he wants. For instance, you could take on the Velcro in there and put, 4 of these small mesh pockets and organize it however you want it laid out. Are plates even worth it? All these memes of people targeting the pelvis. When's the last time you were shot at? During civil unrest, would you want to have plates? Yes. Yes, you would. During civil unrest, you'll want to have plates. Guys, I got to pee. I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm trying to set this somewhere where this isn't just falling over. So think of it like this when you're like, do we even need plates? If civil unrest happens and all your power goes out and you're going to meet at Court Square to maybe do some bartering, right? And you think you're going to go ahead and put a pistol on. But then you're like, well, rule of law is kind of not really there, right? I'm going to carry a rifle. If you're going to carry a pistol or a rifle and you're going to go out in public and there are people who are willing to take what you have, and you're carrying a gun, do you think other people are probably carrying a gun also? If you have plates, why not just put on plates and throw a windbreaker, a flannel, or a hoodie or something over them and just wear the armor? If you have it, where is somebody most likely to shoot you, right? When you look at most thugs, with the kill shot, it's mostly center mass. That's where most fucking shootings happen. If you have plates, you're probably going to walk away from that shooting. Look at it this way. If you get shot in the plate, you're going to say, fuck. Yeah, exactly. Depending what you're shot with, you're not going to say anything. Combat Jesus, he'll be here tomorrow. You don't plan to get in a car wreck, but you have a seatbelt. Yeah, exactly. So much for Google voice recognition. Yeah, buy plates. Look, if you don't have food and water and you don't have a full tank of gasoline and a couple cans of gas and shit, plates are not what you need to worry about. You have bigger fucking problems. But most of the people on here, we've been having this conversation over and over for years. So I would assume you have those normal things. If the power went off right fucking now, you guys would all be fine for 6 weeks. You're going to just be camping in your house for 6 weeks. AR-500 soft armor. Still going to die from a gut shot. Yeah, well, hopefully you're not going to get gut shot. Okay, then don't wear plates. You don't want to wear plates? Don't fucking wear plates. If you have plates and you want to put them on, Wear plates. Look, I don't give two shits what any of you motherfuckers do. My life doesn't depend on you. There's always an asshole that has the contrary. When you look at his life, you usually want nothing to fucking do with how he lives his life. Almost always. When fucking cars pull up here, they almost always have the same shit. When Bear travels and pulls up, I don't even have to ask them what they fucking have with them. When fucking friends pull up, I don't have to ask what they have with them. Eat extra cheeseburgers and absorb the bullet. Night vision before plates. Half these motherfuckers with night vision won't have the right batteries with them. If you can't walk for a mile with a 20-pound pack on, it don't matter what you fucking have with you. Ceramic dinner plates. Chris, have a good night, man. Jennifer Briggs. Well, start working on it. Start working on it. You're also, if you can't walk a mile, you're probably not going to be out in public in a situation where you need fucking plates. I bought so much shit because of you, John. If I never have to use it, you're going to pay me back. Huh. Millions of people will need tissues. They are caught. Yeah, I mean, look at the toilet paper thing. Look at the toilet paper thing. When people were panicking and couldn't get toilet paper, they couldn't get bleach, they couldn't get Lysol. You know where you could buy all of that shit? Lowe's. Lowe's had all of that shit. Uline had all of that shit. Every bit of it. What I think is the most realistic situation. Omar, it doesn't matter what the situation is. 3 minutes, 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, right? 3 minutes. If you're underwater and you can't get out, you're going to die from lack of oxygen, right? Seatbelt cutter. Be able to remove yourself from a vehicle, right? If you're upside down in the water or something like that, seatbelt cutter, right? Tourniquet. If you get cut, you can bleed out very fucking quickly. Tourniquet. That's your 3 minutes. 3 hours. Hypothermia, warmth, right? A way to heat and heat yourself. Hypothermia, stuff like that. 3 days. You're going to need water for 3 days. You're going to need food for 3 days. Right? That can be fucking cans of beans and weenies. You can buy a couple flats of bottles of water, but you're better off taking 5-gallon buckets, filling them and putting bottles, lids on them, fill up. Do you have cats? That litter comes in, fill those things with water. You don't even have to be able to drink the water. It will flush your toilet still, and you can filter it. Have a filter, some means to shock that water or remove whatever toxins are in the water, right? You can buy these cans. You can get these from Lowe's, Home Depot. They're water cans, military water cans. You can buy these ones from Walmart. They cost about $20. They're 7 gallons. You can't toss these around in the bed of your truck and let them slide around, right? See how that's cracked? They crack. There's still 5 gallons of water in this motherfucker, even though it's cracked. Will I drink it? Yes, I will if I have to. These are all full of water. When you turn these sideways on the sink, this spigot opens and it works like flowing water. When water comes out of your faucet or out of your hose, that's chlorinated water. That's city water. You don't need to do shit to that. It'll go stale. Shut the fuck up. Who cares? If you need water, that water being stale or the taste off a little bit is the least of your fucking problems. So fill up some water cans. Get you some beans and weenies or whatever type of food you buy. It's going to be stable for several years on the shelf. And start with that. Get you 3 days worth of shit. Kill the breaker in your house. Don't open your refrigerator. Kill the breaker in your house and go through the weekend with no power. And then get you a journal, make you a list of what you needed, what you thought you needed that you actually didn't need. Because a lot of people have a ton of shit in their backpacks. And when they actually go out and have to spend the weekend out in the woods or get to spend the weekend out in the woods, half that shit you brought, you didn't actually even touch. You didn't use it. Jerky's good, but jerky doesn't last. If you put jerky in your counter in there, if you put jerky on the counter and you come back in 6 months, it's molded. It's not, most jerky is not stable. Some poor guy's wife will use all the water the first day washing her hair. Maybe, but I mean, how much water do you have, right? Control your woman if that's the case, some poor guy. Pemmican, hardtack, yep. Shit, nowadays, most people are afraid to drink water from hose. Yes, yeah, they sell a hose at Tractor Supply called potable water hose. Regular prepper food, water, gas. After that, basic combat gear. Yeah, I mean you'll get 1,000 different answers. But I just gave you actionable shit. And most of the guys that are telling you guns and shit, they don't have the shit I just told. They don't have water. I'll bet you half of these dudes on here commenting right now, if we're like, hey, I'm gonna bring you on here right now, turn your camera around, I'll bet you half these motherfuckers don't have water in cans. Or a means to immediately get it. I'll bet you half of these people live in fucking apartments. The more knowledge you have, the less equipment you have. Bushcrafting, guys like Pathfinder School, David Canterbury, those dudes, go take a class with those dudes. You'll be surprised how little equipment you use. Just purchased a house, and now they're realizing and cutting down woods near. Yeah, Zoom. People say, how much property do I need? More than you think you do. But I live right next to the National Forest, or I live next to wildlife land. Yeah, and some corrupt politician will do a deal, and you'll end up with a fucking Walmart next to you. If I got a gun and they got a ham, I'm gonna have a gun and a ham. Why dat? That might work for a little while. You come around here and try that, and I'm not telling you here. I'm telling you, you come out here into Tennessee where I live, people will kill you in a fucking heartbeat. It will be a grandma that will fucking shoot you coming up the stairs on her porch. As soon as fucking turmoil starts happening, there are motherfuckers. People get shot here trespassing during deer season every fucking year over some benign shit. Yeah, the politicians, when things go bad, politicians seize power. They take over buildings or take over homes they want. They start collecting food for the benefit, and they take the best for themselves. And they will use local law enforcement against you. You better know, like your local cops, your local sheriffs. Sheriffs are where the power really is. We have sheriffs out here. When we had a chief of police that tried to limit movement during COVID, and the sheriff wasn't having it. And James said, hey, I'm going to Walmart. Their curfew was 10 o'clock. He's like, at 10 o'clock, I will be driving from Tactical Response down Main Street. I will turn onto 641, and I will drive up and down, back and forth until midnight on 641. We will go to Walmart. We will just drive around. Anybody wants to join me? Just as a show that the police had no fucking power. And you know what they did? They stopped that bullshit, and there was no more talk about it. Because you had about 10, 15 residents that were willing to test what those police were willing to do. Yeah, family feuds are very fucking real, aren't they? That's the only reason you know that the name's Hatfield McCoy. Family feuds are very fucking real. Local water filling stations, 5-gallon countertop containers. Nice. Nice. Yeah, our sheriff's good to go. Bought house for 140 in 09, now it's 600,000. Yeah, June, that's the design. The plan by BlackRock is that they currently own 35% of residential housing in the United States. BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, they hold all that. All those new developments being made, they own all of those too. They're buying the whole place. Their plan is by 2030 to own 65% of residents in the United States and rent to people. They want to remove the middle class. That is their stated goal. No name. Ask your fucking question. What do I think of Canada? I think we should conquer Canada, exploit them for their resources, and let, a small percentage of them, the freedom-minded people in the United States. I think the new Underground Railroad will be us smuggling freedom-minded Canadians into the United States. What do you do after 10 years of losing gun? Why don't you get your gun rights back? It all comes down to money. Or surround yourself with people who have gun rights, right? If the time comes where you have to pick up a firearm, then there's no more rule of law. There's nobody knocking on your door to say, hey, you can't do this. Surround yourself with people who can have firearms. Put yourself in a community where you are of value and they have those skills and that equipment. And when the time comes, it's not going to matter. There are guns fucking everywhere. You will be able to get one when the time comes that you need it. Blue helmets. The only teeth that the United Nations has is the United States. The United Nations can't do anything without the United States. The United Nations was moving armored vehicles through Lebanon, and they lit the fucking armored personnel carriers on fire. Had a snitch try to bully me when I brandished and lost my rights. I didn't ask why. I don't care why. You need help? You need an attorney is what you need. You need a lawyer. Not some person on the internet to give you advice for free, because it's worth exactly what you paid for it. You need a lawyer. Telemarketer calls weekly from companies wanting to buy my property. You motherfuckers have phones. My voicemail on my phone has been filled for 20 years. You can't call me. You can't call me. How many of you guys have ever spoke to me on a telephone? You're not shooting the helmets. They can be painted and put back into use. Building in Venice and Northport, if Florida like crazy. Far as the eye can see, yeah. If you want to meet in person, come out to Self-Reliance Festival. 2 weeks. We're having the 7th event here at the compound here in Camden, Tennessee. Selfreliancefestival.com. You can get tickets. We have several classes going before. We also have classes going after the event. I'm hosting Radio Made Easy. If you'd like to take a radio class, you can get tickets at radiomadeeasy.com. Chuck Peoples is doing a medical class here. Sonny Pazikas is doing a self-defense class here. Hand Hewn Meats is doing a butchering class here Thursday and Friday. The event is Saturday, Sunday. And then Carrie Brown is doing a foraging class on Monday, and Evan is doing a radio class on Monday and Tuesday. You have a lot of opportunity to come out and meet us. Knee surgery, got it. Do I do anything with Sean? No, I've bumped into Sean a few times. We have a lot of mutual friends. We occupy the same space. We go to the same restaurants and stuff. But I don't personally know Sean. I'm sure he knows who we are, and I know who he is. I listen to Sean's podcast quite often. I enjoyed the SOE live today. Now I understand the sewing machine walking foot. Good, good. I'm going to be building some of those videos. I'm going to be building some of those chest rigs. They'll be available. They're $1,000. If that's you, then be on the lookout. I'm going to be doing a concierge build where you can order some things. I'm not going to build anything you want, but some things, and we'll agree on it. The price is definitely going to be elevated, but it will be expedited, and we will do some of that on video, like a concierge service. Go to SRF, meet amazing people, and change your life for the better. Kiri, a lot of people just want to talk about it. They don't want to do it. You know that. Every now and then, they actually do something, though. Kiri will be here with hundreds of her products. Allowed versus able, absolutely allowed versus able. Who doesn't love old school signals? I had a ham when I was a kid, fucked with truckers. The beauty of Radio Made Easy is he will teach you how to use all your shit without the gatekeeping. He's not going to make you go get a license. He's just going to teach you how to do everything you need to do. He's also going to help program your radios. What do I think about gluing nylon? Are you talking about laminating? I don't glue any nylon or laminate it. I think a lot of people do it because they don't have to have the sewing skill. Human meat? They tested a bunch of hot dogs and it had human DNA in it. They said 40% of the vegan hot dogs had actual meat in them. I think they said 30% of hot dogs had human DNA in them. No name, we can't help you, buddy. I can't help you. You need a lawyer. Find some friends local. I would not start with, you are a felon. I wouldn't start with any of that shit. Find some people that are into the things that you want to be into or are into, and just add fucking value. There's going to be some meetups in your area. Like we have Middle Tennessee Homestead Alliance. It's just people that get together once a month, and there'll be somebody that's an expert on chickens or livestock dogs or bees or canning. Go where there's people at that are doing the things you want to do. Get on Facebook. There's a ton of groups for that stuff. And just find and go learn some things. And keep your fucking mouth shut. Don't walk in there as the know-it-all. Walk in there and be quiet. Even if you know more, shut your fucking mouth and let the people who you went to meet do the talking. And then when it's your time, when you have something that you are an expert in, then you teach the class. What kind of motorcycle? I got a ton of motorcycles, man. This one's a Grom, just a little 125. We do some videos with every now and then. Customer, and give me 5 of the Baofeng handhelds radios. You know if they're worth the shit. Go to Radio Made Easy, man. Get some radios from him. You can buy the Baofengs for $38. You can buy them from Evan for $100. He's going to give you antennas and appropriate stuff. He's also going to program them. All your radios you buy from Evan, he's also going to take them out of the box and test fire them. About 10% of them fail right out of the box. He's going to test fire them. He's going to guarantee them, and he's going to sync them all in and program all of the frequencies in your area applicable to your zip code so that your radios all communicate and talk to each other. It is well worth the money. You want a Grom so bad because I want a Grom so bad because if injured, I got a Grom automatic 50 EDC fun and town. So Grom is a 125. And if injured, I would much rather have a side-by-side, which we have a bunch of. Electric bikes are very appealing to me. Now, you can get an electric mountain bike. You can get an electric BMX bike. They make electric utility bikes that are pretty badass. I can charge them off of solar. What do I think of Mexico? I don't give two shits about Mexico. Ask me, what do you fucking want to know about Mexico? Do I want to go to Mexico? Fuck no, I don't want to go to Mexico. I lived in San Diego. I used to go to Mexico all the time. We'd go down there and go to Tijuana. We'd go there as dumbass kids. We'd go down there and buy pharmaceuticals. We'd go down there and buy fireworks. We would go down to Rosarito and buy lobster, rice and beans. I don't know. Ask me, what are you really asking me about Mexico? Can you show me a really good wrist exercise? I don't know, fucking wrist exercise. Supinate, pronate, flex, light dumbbells, let them roll down. Is that a wrist exercise though? I mean, YouTube is a better place to ask about wrist exercises. Athlean X is a great YouTube channel. If you're asking me, I would probably look at some rehab channels. My dangler is, my daughter is over here telling me that it's only hair in the hot dogs. The reason for human DNA, oh my God, she is actually trying to argue. No, it's not true. It's not true. They've used fetal tissue cells to grow meat. Hey guys, is this the end? I don't know. Have you ever touched the sun with your hands? What? Use left hand as a wrist exercise. Oh, you talking about jerking off? Get a girlfriend. Have her do it for you. M80s. Yeah, it was M80s and M60s, right? And M100s. Ooh, the dog's going off. I have people that stay on the property. I've always got people here, so there's probably... No, she's over at the fence line. We have a pond over here, and the deer. You can see the sheep walking across right now. They're like, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" They're going to see what the dog's doing. Might not have touched the sun, but he has been to the deepest, darkest prisons. Had my eyes polished. That's right. Dogman, maybe. Love the show. Got to go right on. Is the next election rigged? Fuck yes, the next election is going to be rigged. Do you even think there's going to be a next election? But does not any of that matter, right? If you really think there's not going to be a next election, how many motherfuckers are sitting in the city that aren't willing to leave their job and go someplace and fucking start over? How many motherfuckers are in the cities right now that have been like, I need to get out of the city, and they've been saying it for 20 fucking years? You have people that do, and you have people that fucking talk about doing. That's the difference. The fucking people who fucking you watch and the people that you look up to, the difference between most people and them is simply that they fucking did something. That's the only difference. Every fucking person hearing my voice right now, you all have one thing guaranteed in common. There's 24 hours in the day. The difference is what you have chosen to do with those 24 hours. That's the only fucking difference. New here. What would you recommend for a lone individual to first consider start investing occurring as a beginner? Do you do tactical or survivalist gear? We make nylon tactical gear. This is a SOE shop. I started this company 35 years ago. Investing. Are we talking about should you invest in 401k, precious metals, Bitcoin, crypto? If that's what you're asking me. If you don't have $10,000, you shouldn't be investing in shit. How's your physical fitness? Because physical fitness is free. Like if you can't pay 3 months worth of your reoccurring bills every month, you need to amass that money. What's your zero, right? What are you comfortable with? If you have $5,000 in the bank, that should be your zero. If you had something happen to your vehicle this weekend and it was going to cost a couple grand to fix it, are you ass out? If your car got in an accident, uninsured drivers or whatever happened, and your vehicle was destroyed and your insurance didn't cover it, do you have the ability to replace your vehicle this weekend? Could you go get another vehicle? If the answer is no, you need to have some more money. And if you don't know how to have some more money, you need another job. You don't have time for the internet. You don't have time for video games. You have time for Uber. You have time for gig economy. You have time to take some hobby where you build something and people want to buy it. That's what you need to be doing. You can work 80 hours a week. You can work 120 hours a week. You don't have time. If you don't have some money, you don't have time for fucking anything other than making money. Yeah, bad thing always happens in threes, Gary. You're right. Good things happen in threes too. I know when somebody comes through that door asking for a job, there are two more right behind them. Always in threes. Isn't that what mom's for? James Ellis, what's up, bud? Got assets but not cash? You're a loser. Some would say that you're very smart, right? People with a lot of money don't hold cash typically. They have assets. Because when the US dollar devalues or crashes, a Learjet still holds its fucking value or goes up in value. Can you get a job here? No, you can't fucking get a job here. The fact that you asked. Guys, I have a dozen videos called Help Wanted or Hiring on YouTube about how to get a job here. So far in the hole, they give up long ago. Well, those are all excuses, Jen. I came home from federal prison with a fucking pair of shoes that my big toe was sticking through and a pair of sweatpants that I had fixed with bed sheets over 24 months while I was in Lompoc prison. I came home from prison, was served with divorce papers and a restraining order the first 15 minutes I was at the halfway house. I came home thinking I was going back to my shop, and I got divorce papers and a restraining order, could not go back to my business. My bank account no longer existed. I didn't find that out till the following day, though. I had no driver's license, no documentation as to who I was, because in federal prison, they send all your paperwork home to your family, who was my ex-wife, who had just served me with divorce papers and a restraining order. In order to leave the halfway house, you have to have a job, or you can leave the halfway house to look for a job. So I left the halfway house, and I went and got a pizza delivery job, having no driver's license. And by the end of the week, I had 3 part-time jobs and was working 80 hours a week. 80 hours a week. I've told this story 1,000 times. There are full hour-long videos on this. And I don't tell people I was in prison. I tell people when they tell me what they can't do or how somebody has it so bad. To get out of the halfway house, I got a part-time job, and I got 3 jobs the first week, having to walk into every job. I don't know what the last thing you guys just heard was. I was going for a while. I'm over it. Yeah, nobody cares, work harder. When I came home, I had to walk into places and say, hey, I was in prison last week. I want you to give me a job. I got 3 part-time jobs, working 80 hours a week. And then, as soon as I got a little bit of money, I rented a sewing machine, and I called up some vendors and got them to send me some samples. You know how much money I made the first year I was home from prison while on probation for 3 years? Having to go see a probation officer every fucking week and tell everybody who hired me that I was a felon. 80 hours a week, started my business back. I made $960,000 working out of my mom's fucking garage with 2 sewing machines. So I got no fucking time for people who are in a hole or they've quit. I don't care if they quit. I don't have time for those people. They do not exist in my life. All right, guys, that's the second time this locked out. I don't know. The battery's dying. I got a couple more minutes here. If you're interested in the story I was telling, it's easy to find it, but I'm done telling it. Door dashing, yeah. And not only that, they have an app. You can DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub. You can do all of them through one app. So it notifies you. You can work off of one app and work for 6 or 7 different gig economy places, all through one app. Audio staying up. Okay, got it. You guys heard it then. You know what's up. Crippled, assume addiction, experience. I don't know what to tell you, man. How can you you can't DM me. I'm not interested in hearing your situation. I've heard enough of it right here. If what I just told you over the last hour, I don't need you to DM me. And if you can't figure out how to DM me, like, dude, I've been around since the beginning of the fucking internet. I am fucking everywhere. If you can't figure out how to find me, then it's not meant to be. What's the name of the one app? I don't know. I'm sure you can find it though. Gary Johnson. I don't know a lot of multimillionaires that are not felons, and I don't know any multimillionaires who have a college degree. I also one thing in common: most of the people you see me run with, they didn't finish high school. None of them finished high school. We all dropped out of high school. We've all been in a little bit of trouble. There was no victim to any of my crimes. None. Not at all. Aprons on the wall. I have tool aprons. I've got Coyote tool aprons, multicam black with orange, and I've got Woodland. Since age 14, not been without a job. Same. I got my first legal job, like on paper, at 13 and a half. Working at McDonald's at 13 and a half in California. Took a bus, transferred 2 different buses, rode 90 minutes to get to work. And then when I was 14, they dropped me off at a job site with a pickaxe, a wheelbarrow, and a sledgehammer, and I would break out concrete patios by myself and pickaxe the chunks of concrete out and wheel all the concrete to the front of the house. And then when the truck pulled up at 5 o'clock, I would then again pick all the concrete back up and load it and put it in the truck, and we would take it and dump it. I did that for years. There was no air-conditioned trailer. There was no water jug. There was nothing. You didn't have shit that you didn't bring. You brought a sack lunch, and you drank water out of a hose. I've met my fair share of millionaires that never grad. Yeah, exactly, Gary. You know what's up, bro. A lot of people listening to this, they don't realize about 100 of us know each other in real life. Gary Johnson, I know that motherfucker. Kiri, I know her. Glenn on here, I know him. Josh Winnie, I know him. Homestead Medical, I know him. We all do business together. Still saving the money. Wish Trump would pardon record. I'm not worried. Do not worry about me one little bit. Do not worry about my situation is not what you think it is. Do not worry about me. All right, guys, listen. early morning tomorrow. We're going to do a lot of shit tomorrow. I've got 5,000 videos here if you want to see what we really do. 5 video series. There's 2 podcast video series also in addition to that. I've been doing this for 15 years on YouTube. There's 5,000 videos. Self-Reliance Festival's coming up. You can get tickets here at selfreliancefestival.com. We're doing a TV show called Homestead Apprentice. You can find out about that at homesteadapprentice.com. There's a YouTube and an Instagram for both of those, Homestead Apprentice and Self-Reliance Festival. Come out, meet us all. If you think you want to be on the TV show and you got what it takes, you can find that information out there, and you can apply for that still by the skin of your teeth. Other than that, we will see you guys tomorrow. Joshua Taft, man, people get hurt. I got buddies that are missing arms and legs. And when you meet them, they don't tell you, hey, I'm missing an arm and a leg. They did multiple deployments after being blown up. It's not your identity, man. Just do what you can do. Add value where you can add value. Start doing what you believe in your heart is true, and the correct people that align with that will show up. You have the ability right now through social media to reach people around the world that will resonate with you. Whatever that is you love to do, start documenting it and build social media content around that. Good night, guys.